Today we talk to Nik Cragg, Head of IT at UCS, about how he's working with Flexiion to help him achieve his IT and cloud objectives.
So University College School, we've been around for about 200 years. We're an independent school. We're split up into three branches. We've got an infant branch, a junior branch, and a senior branch. So we educate from reception up to year 13.
How is the use of technology evolving at UCS and in the education sector in general?
I mean, the use of technology in the classroom and out of the classroom has increased significantly over the last 10, 15 years. It's gone up exponentially in that time. And particularly, obviously, the last 18 months with COVID, we've seen a sudden explosion in the reliance on technology to deliver teaching. There's an awful lot of resources out there that they want to use to augment the teaching that they're doing in the classroom. And as I say, that's particularly sort of been driven forwards over the last 18 months with COVID, where all of the teaching and learning has had to operate online. And I think now there's a growing expectation that there's a base level across the whole spectrum. Every subject, every year group is expecting a certain level of IT facilities working in the background so that they can use the applications, they can use the platforms, they can collaborate with their pupils and with each other in the way that they need to. So behind the scenes, the expectation on us is to deliver something that's consistent and reliable. And I think that's been the big shift in recent years.
Has your approach to cloud changed as a result of COVID and the expectations of what tech can deliver?
Not just with COVID, but has been the case with the evolution of IT in education, is that there's an expectation that you can do these things anywhere. You can interact with teaching learning resources and platforms anywhere, independently of the site you're on. Cloud as an entity has become much more accessible and much more normal. We kind of hedge our bets to some extent. And so a hybrid approach, certainly in terms of the back-end infrastructure, is really a good fit.
How does Flexiion help you take full advantage of cloud and the opportunities it presents UCS?
We're trying to make the transition to cloud carefully. We don't want to rush this. It's the right direction for us. And so where the relationship with Flexiion comes in is being able to discuss those challenges and understand them at a more technical level, but also to be able to add products and services onto the bigger partners offering that help us in that transition and give us that visibility. Just being able to say that we need a storage solution, we need a hypervisor solution, we need whatever, but we need a degree of control or a degree of visibility that the big partners can't give us. And so that really fits very, very comfortably into where we are on this quite long journey of engaging with the cloud better.
Is the personalised one-to-one cloud support Flexiion provides important?
Massively. And even though through partners like yourselves, we've been able to leverage your relationship with those bigger service providers, at the same time, if you want time with them, you are constrained by availability. You're constrained by how big a customer. We're not a massive customer to some of these big players. So that personal approach, being able to just have those conversations and to really put our concerns across and to talk around the subject, and there not having to be any constraints on the scope of those conversations, is invaluable to us because we can't have that with the bigger vendors.
How do you think other schools or similar organisations to UCS could benefit from working with Flexiion?
I mean, I speak to lots of other IT directors at other schools on a regular basis, and certainly one of the challenges I see them facing all the time is them feeling constrained. So they've either got to choose bad option A or bad option B, and neither of those options entirely fit what they need, or they don't understand the ins and outs of it. And actually, I think where Flexiion can come in and really add value to other potential customers like that is to be able to offer alternatives, offer augmentations to those sort of otherwise constraining options, where there are sort of specific idiosyncratic requirements that they have within their school, that they'll be able to talk those things through, and Flexiion are able to therefore provide a set of services that then meet those requirements where the big vendors just can't do that. I think what Flexion's added to us for value and what they could do with other schools is provide that flexibility.